Okay, so as I mentioned at the end of part one video, uh, it was getting increasingly long, so I had to do two parts to it. So you may recall in part one I discussed my representative's profile as well as the district profile. I also discussed his legislative priorities and basically what he's done for his district. So stay tuned for the rest of the video. I hope you enjoy. Okay, so now we're on to the part where we all got onto Blackboard Online and we debated each other's legislation. So I, not only did I type mine within the assignment, but I also printed mine out. So basically, people would comment on the legislation as you would actually do in Congress, where you would say this is good or that's not good or consider doing this, adding this, or just flat out if they thought your legislation was not good legislation, they would just tell you either it's not good legislation or they will not support your legislation. And of course, a lot of them gave reasons why. My particular one that I have on hand right now was from Representative Daniel Lipinski, who chose not to support it and stressed the safety about what the TSA has to do, the purpose of the bags, and um, passengers getting through the TSA to focus on realistic threats. He did offer suggestions, which was good, and he also was concerned about um, if we were to stop it, at what cost. And by cost, he didn't mean lives; he just meant cost in terms of actual, how that would save. After we did that, we were asked to amend the legislation, and then we went into floor debate and deliberation. So exactly like Congress would do, we did that. Now, for the essence of time and not making the video too long, that part again was done all online, and it was just discussed back and forth as to what we wanted to have to end up happening. So that was our aspect for the class. The last part of my assignment, I want to talk about the election. As you know, the elections were on the 2nd of September, and unfortunately my representative was not reelected for his seat. As everybody knows, with the economy and things that were happening, Democrats really did not stand a chance in this election, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people probably voted just a straight ticket. And so even though he has spent 35 years in the House, he fell victim to that. And so I went onto his website when I started this assignment to kind of see what he wrote about it, even though I've seen, his speech when he lost and things like that. And so the website is no longer functioning, and it basically just has a thank you for people who I guess either supported him or knew of him or whatever. And so it's just pretty short and to this point. This, by the way, it looks like it just came from an actual video source. It's just the text written out. And it just basically says when he was first elected in 1974, the people have spoken. Well, I'm reading it, but I'm trying to put it in present tense. When I was first elected in 1974, I said, the people have spoken. Throughout the 36 years since then, I have been humbled by the support I've received from the people in my district. I was given the greatest opportunity I could ever imagine, serving as your voice in the United States House of Representatives. This year, once again, the people have spoken. And by that, he means basically that they elected the representative that they really wanted. So I was kind of sad when I went to class the next day, and basically I lost. I really didn't think he was going to lose, simply because he seemed to be one of the Democrats that were much more in the center, dealt a lot more with Republicans. So I really didn't think he was going to lose, and he indeed actually did lose. So that's from the front page of the website. I think you can see that. I hope you can see that. I'm not keeping it straight. Anyway, so that's from the front page. And the website is no longer functioning. If you can see, it was an elaborate website when we started the semester, and now this is all. You can no longer get to any of these links on the page. So that's my presentation. When I was looking for, speeches about him leaving, I found something really, really nice on his last day as chair for the Infrastructure Committee, and I'll play a portion. It was about a 10-minute long clip that I found. Most of them were about that. And there was one just poignant part in it when he's transferring over, you know, the helm from, you know, himself to Representative Micah. So that's how I would chose to end. I will end my video for this class. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please note this was the first time I had ever done this. I have someone helping me. I want to say thank you, Luke. Even though he said don't put his name in the credits, I'm going to say it anyway. But I just wanted to say thank you, and hopefully she enjoys the video. Thanks, Dr. Clark.
We went to the members' dining room, which is a very small room as you enter the current place on the left, and further to the left, a very, very small room. And we had coffee, and it was very quiet. And finally, and John said, I don't remember who it was, we've just passed the biggest public works investment in the history of the country, maybe the history of the world. None of us will live long enough to use it, but it will be there for our children. If each of us can say that to ourselves, that our body of work, when we leave this place, will be there for our children, that it will be an enduring monument for this country, then we will have achieved our goal of serving the public. Mr. Micah.